And
Mhm.
so that's why I had that whole career shift. And when they were talking about therapy, I was like, you know what? That would be my jam because I get it. I understand like the life that I've lived, my childhood, my traumas. There's there's a way that you connect when you've had that lived experience that someone who hasn't just cannot quite understand.
Stand.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And so I was like, "Ooh," and I've loved it ever since. I'm like, I just wanna do more of it. I like being in the background helping. I'm like, that's why I love confidentiality. You could tell if you want to, right? But I'm not gonna say nothing. Nobody has to know. They never have to know.
I know.
And then I was like, you know what? I love to help people so much, but how would I be able to help on a larger scale if I don't put myself out there?
Mhm.
Mhm.
And so I'm like, okay, let me, even though I'm shy and I don't want to do things, let me start. And there's all these things that I want to do. And then here come y'all. I was like, okay, universe. I do. So I was in a community mental health agency. And during the George Floyd uprisings, they did not see how that impacted my community,
Mhm.
focused on the pandemic. And so, like, I would show up with my camera off, and they're like, "So, what are y'all doing to stay connected? How's your gardening?" And, "Ooh," but no talk about, "Hey, how are you doing with this?
Mhm.
And with that?" So, there's probably, like, 4 of us in the agency, I don't know. Then they didn't even say his name properly. So, in the email, people were saying things in the email. I responded to someone, and then all of a sudden, the email has to get shut down. We can't communicate, right? So I had to leave. You don't value me, my Black self, my Black life. I'm going to go elsewhere.
Mhm.
And I had my private practice. I was seeing two clients. I'm a loyal person. So I'm like, I was there for my bachelor's internship. I was there for my master's internship. Like, y'all took a chance on me. So I'm going to stay here and ride it till the wheels fall off.
Mhm.
But that's where you have me fucked up. Oh, can I say that?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you can.
I didn't ask that at first.
That's
So
okay.
I left. I did not have any other clients. I did not know what I was gonna do. I just know I was not going to stay there. And then my husband at the time came home that same day talking about, "So I'm laid off because there's no work for us right now because the pandemic." So I'm like,
Okay.
I said, "Well, I'm gonna make it do what it do." I was working like 16, 19-hour days.
Oh my god.
And I made it do what it do because my life matters.
That is.
Yeah, brain spotting essentially it's where you look affects how you feel. And so y'all
Uh-huh.
can try it really quick. Like think of we'll do y'all want to do like happy or like do you want to elicit like with sadness or
No
like what
sadness.
do you want to like
Happy.
Let's
elicit
let's
in
do happy.
all right. Think of so like what is your most happiest moment? And you don't have to say out loud, I just want you to think about it. Now hold that
Okay.
spot with your eyes. You see where you looked?
Uh-huh.
See, so you looked up and over and I can
Yeah.
over that.
Yeah.
Mhm. So if you go there, if you try it again, if I say think of your most happiest moment, think of it, and then wherever your eyes go, just try to hold it.
Okay.
Uh, okay. Ah.
Mhm.
Okay.
What do y'all notice? Spotting is there are different setups that you can do. That is a gaze spot. And so the same with working with trauma. If we're thinking about something that is hurtful, harmful, traumatic, and we're holding it, we're opening it, we're starting to update that information. Same with EMDR, opening up that information. Hypnosis can take us to a different place as well. So I like to blend it all together. And I'm neurodivergent.
Mhm.
I love to be all over the place and use different things and pull at any point in time. I'll instantly just add something that that client needs. I listen to the client. I'm very attuned with my clients. hmm So what it does is like if we have our brain, this is like the outside. It's the neocortex part of the brain. It's our thinking brain, and that's usually where we are throughout the day. If you're really left brain, really communication heavy, you're really in it.
Mhm.
And what EMDR allows us to do is to go deeper down into the subcortical part of the brain, like the mammalian part to like you can go in utero, you can do infants. It's like pre-verbal. It allows you to go deeper than what your left brain is. So we like to get activated in the right brain.
Works.
Right. Just because I was like, okay, how can I de-escalate? And I
Mhm.
thought of a lava lamp because I'm old and that's the first thing that came to my mind. So when I activated and I'm on screen, I just started doing this
Oh,
as a lava lamp, and that was able to bring them down and ground them. And
okay.
so, yeah, so just like the touch, it's like something that you can connect to or just let me ground in this space.
Mhm.
Because when you're outside your window of tolerance, you're not able to remember what you said or what somebody said to you. Like when people be like, I was mad, I blanked out. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
not gonna remember. Or I didn't say it like that. And they're like, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, you did.
You did. Right.
We've all
I need to think about my safety. There are
right.
some people that will harm you. There was somebody who was stabbed in the eye with a pin. I'm like, that's not gonna ever be me. So I could be here
Mhm.
in the safety of my own home. I can see you whenever I want, whatever time I want, because I am here. You are there. You don't have to worry about gas money. You don't have to worry about traffic. You don't have to worry about being late. All you have to worry about is logging in
Mhm.
with an internet connection, and that's it from wherever you are as well. So that's also saving my client time. So instead of, okay, I have to close the session a little early, I have to ground you, make sure you're okay because I can't let you leave the office. I mean, you could do what you want, but I don't want you to leave the office and then you're driving and you dissociate because of what we just processed and worked on. But if you're at home, you can go lay down, you can go get your little snacky snack, you can do whatever you need to comfort yourself. You may have your, emotional support animal with you, and so I think virtual is so much better. And to each their own.
I
Some
think
people want that interaction and that closeness. Hold on. I'm not saying that I need this, not saying that this will do anything.
no, you
Okay.
just need the
I just
water to
look,
It
cleanse your
just
throat.
take
Yeah,
yes.
my
absolutely.
Hydrating.
Mhm.
mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
let's all hydrate.
Make sure my throat is clear.
Let's get that mic on. Let me clear my throat because she's about to go in.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Because when John Hopkins did that study that black folks don't feel pain,
Pain?
well, what do you want us to do? We do feel pain, but because we gonna keep it pushing. We still gotta cook. We still gotta take care of our family. We're not privileged to be like, and somebody takes care of us.
Mhm.
But that does not mean we don't feel pain. Just because we keep it rolling and keep it pushing and we always find the solution, it doesn't mean that we're immortal. We're just somehow different than you. You can do what you wanted to, but you don't. So now we're punished for what you seem to not be able to do.
What to do?
That post-traumatic slave syndrome. I couldn't even finish it yet because I was pissed. And I was like, I cannot read this. However, there was a part in there. There are two parts. One, it was saying something about like how they were in a bank and there was this little white kid running around and playing, and the mom had, the little black kid. You're close to me.
Mhm.
Thinking back to, and then when they also say like if somebody gives them a compliment. Oh, no, no, you should see him at home. He is a nightmare, right? And it's like, how come you're putting your kid down? Well, back in the day, they snatched y'all. You
I
were
never
taken
even
from
thought
your
about that.
parent if
Holy
you were
shit.
great. So I gotta dim you down. I don't really mean it, but I don't want my kid to be attractive to you. I don't want you to be like, "Ooh, yes," because you're gonna take my kid. If you're running around in this like they could snatch you. It's a safety thing. And so I vented to two of my friends. They're like, you need to make a complaint. And I was like, I would, except I'm also seeing a neurosurgeon there. And it's John Hopkins. So I don't know how they did do that survey over there.
We don't know how they're gonna
And then if she talking and put whatever, how they gonna see me if I make this complaint? I don't want to die on that table. So
Right.
I can't say anything right now. I need to meet with this person first. Like, they're like, but you deserve, I know what I deserve. I know how to advocate, and my life is on the line. And where some people like, oh no, they're not gonna listen. If that's not your code, then that's not how you've been.
but it's a real fear. It's a real
Right.
possibility that can actually happen. We've seen it happen.
We've seen it in history.
It has happened.
Yeah.
That, like, just to have that experience, like, that is so sad. And that's how we are brought down as people who are not like 100% Caucasian. Because that is weighing on you. That is like stress on your body, which weighs on your heart.
Mhm.
That is heavy to have that worry. Like, if you don't come home and say, "Uh-oh, did this happen?" Like that's what harms us is this racism. It's
And
Yeah,
the
and it's a
misogyny, because we have
statistical
to worry
fact.
about being attacked at
Mhm.
so as women, I don't I don't wanna say I'm not afraid to leave my house, but I am you kind of have to be on guard with everything. Physical, emotional, mental. There's no break.
Yeah.
I
And you're like, "Okay." And you know what we do? We do what we gotta do. We do and we push on.
part of I don't know if it's a lot of us, but the majority of us, we wanna see everybody win.
We do.
Wanna
I think
help
as a whole,
you.
everyone yeah.
We not here to negate you. We can all eat. Cause guess what? I tell people Beyonce ain't got nothing on me because Beyonce is Beyonce and I'm me. I can't
Mhm.
be her and she can't be me. Cause do you. That's it.
Right.
But people wanna tear people down. They don't wanna give their flowers. Why not? We're all amazing people.
Every one last one of us.
I just
Just revel in what makes you you, and you won't have time to put anyone else down.
okay.
And
Right.
that
If I put myself in their shoes outside of me, even though I'm not gonna say, "Well, I didn't mean anything by it." I'm not gonna do none of that. But let me see how come this impacted you the way it did from what you said and on a larger scale. And then I was like, "Okay, what if I put my name there?" I'm like, "What you mean? What are you trying to say by that?" I say, right? It's like, "What you mean?"
Mhm.
So
Right.
that's when that changed instantly. Like that next day it was done. And if I hear it, even in my sessions, I'll challenge it. And I was like, "Oh, what do you mean? Do you mean that in the positive? Because it sounds like it's coming from a negative light. And if you were to interchange that with your name, how would you feel about it?" And they'd be like, "Yeah, yeah, okay, I see what you mean now. I see what you mean."
Mhm.
So even if you don't know, you take that in, it's a learning experience. It's like, okay, I mean, I honestly didn't know, but now when you know better, you do better. For most, you learn better, you do better.
Right.
That's exactly
And
what
you
I say.
call
Mhm.
it out. You can find me at my website, jazzedandmotivated.com. And on social media, I'm getting better at posting and being consistent, y'all. But jazzed and motivated, and that's how you can find and connect with me.
And I'll put everything in the show notes also.
All right. This is so much fun. Thank you for having me.
Thank
Did I say that? Bye, y'all.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.